As for the business needs analysis, first is that GHI need to address the allegations of land grabbing and manipulation of land titles. Addressing these allegations is crucial to maintain the reputation of the company and to prevent legal penalties that could greatly affect the company's financial position and performance. Next is that they have to maintain their reputation and to restore the trust of the stakeholders. Resolving the allegations is essential for maintaining the trust from the stakeholders, as it is an important asset for the company, especially that GHI Realty is a real estate company. This is also essential for the GHI Realty to be able to maintain their reputation. Once they let their reputation be tarnished, it will lead to a great market loss. Lastly is they need to maintain the ongoing development projects while addressing the concerns of the stakeholders. Maintaining the ongoing project is important to protect the company's financial interests and the stakeholders' investments. While doing so, they must also address the concerns of stakeholders altogether to prevent further damage.
So, for stakeholders, these analyses will identify key stakeholders that assess their interests and influences and evaluate their impact on GH Realty's objectives. So, we conducted a stakeholder analysis on GH Realty that are involved or affected by the company's activity. So, we have for the affected landowners, local communities, board of directors, and regulatory authorities. For the affected landowners, it highlights how crucial it is for landowners and GH Realty to participate in open communication and collaboration on real estate development projects. So, also it highlights how important it is to provide just compensation, protect land rights, and treat property with respect through the acquisition process. So, resolving these issues is essential to avoid confrontation, court cases, and demonstration that might sabotage real estate projects. So, GH Realty and landowners may keep a great and productive relationship going by paying their remuneration and treating them with respect. And for local communities, the local and environmental implication of GH Realty's projects are raising concerns in the community. Their worries include the depletion of resources, changes of their way of life, and harm to the environment. Gaining the trust of this group is essential to gaining societal acceptance, and they demand openness and involvement in decision making. Opposition, protests, and reputational risk can be minimized through engaging communities and attending their concerns and exhibiting a commitment to sustainable development.
So the third one in line is the board of directors. Their job is very crucial in GHI Realty because they're the one that helps the company on how will they operate and what it stands for. So basically, board of directors is like a guardian in the organization kasi they are making sure that the companies behave and follow the rules so that they can maintain its good reputation. And if hindi nila ginawa yung job nila properly, then the company could get into legal trouble or damage its reputation. So they need to make sure the make sure kung ano yung ginagawa ng company to ensure everything that is done correctly or ethically. And the last one is the regulatory authorities. They're the ones that follow all the rules for buying land and developing properties. Um, they're the people that check that the company meets legal requirements, if they respect the environment and acts ethically. They ensure that the company operates legally. For the recommended solution, the first is training and ethical initiatives. It is to keep everyone in the company is acting ethically and honestly. So I recommend regular training that focus on good corporate governance, follow the rule or follow the law, maintaining high ethical standards so that they can reduce the risk of any wrongdoing. So I suggest that Human Resources and Ethics Committee to create and start this training program within 3 months. The second is enhancing transparency and reporting. It is to build trust and ensure business practices. We need to open about how we acquire land. It means creating clear reporting procedures and regularly updating everyone about the progress and any problems. And it is essential to communicate each department that is involved.
For the third recommended solution, fair compensation and transparent negotiation. So GH Realty must emphasize how important it is to provide landowners with compensation, relocation assistance, courteous negotiation, and legal help. So in order to help landowners understand their rights and guarantee just compensation and honest negotiation. It also it also places a strong emphasis on market-based compensation, open communication, and giving them access to legal counsel. For the last one recommended solution, community engagement and sustainable development practices. So GH Realty intends to engage in the community through sustainable development practices and consultation. So in order to reduce environmental impact, it involves holding regular meetings and making investments in neighborhood infrastructures like roads, schools, and healthcare facilities. So, GH Realty can enhance its reputation and guarantee long-term success by fostering strong ties and community and supporting sustainable development.
Cost benefits analysis. First, it is training cost. It is for providing staff members and employees. Ethics training includes creating the curriculum, engaging trainers or facilitator, and purchasing training materials. This may be one-time cost, but they are important for creating an ethical and legal culture in the organization. Next one is for auditing fees. It is for hiring outside auditors to conduct fair audit of the land acquisition and uh, acquisition processes. So, itong fees it covers the experience, reporting, and audit preparation costs ng mga auditors. Even if there is an additional cost involved, this demonstrates the company's dedication to ethics and transparency. Then, next is the compensation to affected stakeholders. GHI Realty may require payment para ma-address yung any past unfair treatment or the discrepancy in payment and affected landowners. Although it can require a large financial outlay, stakeholder trust and dispute resolution depend on it. Then for the uh, benefits, first is maintaining a positive reputation. GHI Realty may preserve a positive reputation by putting ethical land acquisition process into practice and interacting with stakeholders and showing transparency. Then next is avoiding legal penalties. GHI Realty can reduce the possibility of facing legal and regulatory penalties by responding to accusation and carry out impartial audits. The company's stability and financial resources are maintained by avoiding fines and legal conflict. Then next is the long-term financial stability. Maintaining moral principle and following rules para ma-improve pa yung long-term financial stability ng business, and it lower legal risks, engage in ethical investors, and offers a strong base for long-term growth. Then lastly is the sustainability of projects. Project sustainability is essential for long-term profitability. So mas mataas na kita sa pag-invest can result sa JHI Realty ability to properly accomplish its tasks while upholding stakeholders' trust and ethical standards.
So, for the risk assessment of GHI Realty, first is the legal liabilities. If it turns out na totoong allegations of unethical land acquisition practices, GHI Realty can face legal penalties. Legal activities may lead to regulatory agencies imposing fines, penalties, and lawsuits. Legal obligation may affect the company's finances. Legal costs and penalties have been able to affect probability and financial stability of GHI Realty, affecting both current and future projects. So the next is the reputation damage, which is GHI Realties may be harmed ng accusation and worries about sa mga method nito sa pag-acquire ng land. Unfavorable press and damaged reputation may discourage prospective partners, investors, and clients from interacting with the business. It can result in a declining brand value, market share, and stakeholder trust. So the third is the financial losses. So financial losses may arise from legal penalties, project delays, and a decline in investor confidence. There could be a drop in share values, and the business might have trouble raising money, or a company's finances may suffer bankruptcy, which may make it more challenging for JHI Realty para sa pagpupundo nila sa kanilang ongoing projects or sa kanilang pag-start ng new project. So the last is the regulatory sanctions and scrutiny, which is maaaring mag-conduct ang regulators ng additional investigation sa JHI Realty if the accusations are true. Regulatory penalties may result from breaking land acquisition and development regulations. Regulatory penalties may take the form of fines, limitation on subsequent projects, or even license suspensions.
My name is Mary Angela S. Magno, and I'm here to report about the conclusion and recommendation for GHI Realty. So, this study shows that organization executives have hidden interest. Ito yung, kung napakinggan nyo kanina, ang problema, isa sa problema na naharap ng GHI ang pagkakaroon ng hidden interest ng executives sa land acquisition na meron ang GHI. The next is the lack of compliance where the organization is not compiled with the purchase agreements of the client and did not comply with the local and federal land acquisition. Ito, isa talaga to sa problema ng isang business. Once na hindi sumunod ang business sa law na meron ang isang country or the LGU itself is pwede magkaroon ng problema not just in the LGU but also in the process kasi once na magkaroon ka ng problema in law, pwedeng magkaroon ng patong-patong na problema na sunod-sunod na. So, yun nga, na isa yon sa pinakita dito sa case study na to kung ano ang mga problemang naiharap ng GHI. And the next one is sa stakeholder analysis and na napakinggan nyo kanina is yung inisa-isa nila kung sino-sino yung mga stakeholder analysis na mayroong crucial role in the organization, which is in the decision making process. Kasi crucial ang pagdedesisyon ng stakeholders, kasi ito yung sila yung isa sa nag-a-align ng organization. Isa sila dun sa sumisiguro na ang organization ay nandoon pa rin sa objectives na hinaharap nila, na gusto nilang tahakin. So, all in all, the stakeholders has crucial decision making, not just in the company, the process, but also in decisioning of the mga problema, katulad na lang ng sinabi ko kanina, yung mga executive na may hidden interest. Our recommendation is GHI Realty should place a high priority on ethical conduct in all aspect of business, especially land purchase. Kasi once na na hindi mo ma-conduct ng maayos ang land purchase, matutulad ka lang uli sa problemang naharap ng GHI. Kailangan din lang i-prioritize yung ethical conduct nila, kasi nga 'di ba, kung narinig niyo kanina, yung executive nila has many hidden agendas, hidden desires sa land acquisition, nag-purchase ng hindi tama sa resibo. And then second one is, in order to reduce or mitigate the risk, the recommended solutions. Kung narinig nyo kanina, ang recommended solutions namin ay training, ethical initiatives, enhancing transparency, reporting, fair compensation, and transparent negotiation, and such. So, bakit ko sinasabi yung mga yung recommended solution? Ito yung pwede nilang i-apply sa GHI para mas mapalawak yung pag-control nila sa mga taong katulad na lang ng executive nila na may hidden desires. Magkakaroon sila ng seminars, trainings, mga guidelines na pwedeng mas mapaayos pa yung internal control ng GHI or the organization itself. So, yung kung in all, if ever na ma-apply ng GHI yung mga nasabi ko, mas malilesan yung risk nila na maharap uli dun sa nangyaring problema, nangyaring problem na which is the lack of compliance, where the organization is not complied, then purchase agreement of the client and did not comply with the local and federal law. Then also the hidden interest on land acquisition. Ayun, may iwasan ng GHI yun once na ma-apply nila sa internal control nila yung mga nasabi kong actions. Now, which is pwede namang pag-usapan ng mga stakeholders na, as I've said kanina, na crucial sa pagdedesisyon, or crucial sila sa isa sila sa mga magdedesisyon sa magiging sa organization. So, yun. Thank you and goodbye.